So I've already been drawing for a little over a year, and today I thought I'd go over exactly what I've learned in this past year. I'll go over some of the things I've learned as an artist starting at square one, what materials I've used, which artists inspired me, and overall just tips for improving effectively as an artist. Now I mostly make anime and manga related art, but a lot of these tips will help you out no matter what sort of art you make. I'm going to be splitting this video into a few parts. First, I'll go over traditional art, then I'll move over to digital art and everything I've learned in that medium. Then, I plan to go over some stuff that can help you out as you move yourself along in the art world. Before we start, if you're expecting to learn anything in this video about coloring with traditional markers or colored pencils, well, I have no idea how to use them either. Zero experience. I also don't plan on spending $400 on a set of Copics that I'll try for 2 days, get frustrated with, tuck away on my shelf, and never touch them again. So, if you're looking for a tutorial on how to use any of that stuff, this ain't that video. With that aside, everything moving forward is things I learned over the past year. How I was able to move from this to this. I had to learn these tips through constant trial and error, so hopefully, at the end of the video, you won't have to. The tips I'll be giving you are designed to give you a foundation to build from, so you won't have to start at rock bottom like I did, and learn them the hard way. So without further ado,
let us commence forth.
I guess the first step to becoming an artist is deciding on what materials you're going to use. Traditional art can be expensive. However, you don't want to cheap out and get your supplies from the Dollar Tree. You want to get good quality pencils and especially good quality paper. The type of lead you use can greatly affect how your drawing turns out. And I don't mean just lead size, I mean the lead type. I found that HB high polymer lead made by Pentel makes the best lines. Basically, you just stay away from paper-made materials. Some leads will give a light stroke while others create deep, dark lines, and some even to the point where you can't erase it fully. I tend to use a lighter lead for my sketch and go over it with a darker lead type. For paper, you want a sturdy, bright white paper. Not only does this paper not crumple up when you erase, but you can also see all your lines a lot clearer than on a faded yellow paper. Also, using a brighter paper leads to better overall photo quality if you plan on uploading your work to social media. Erasers. Use a white eraser, stay away from the pink brand, and use a kneading eraser to lower the opacity of your sketches. When it comes to actually drawing, hold your pencil lightly when sketching. Move your hand closer to the top end of the pencil, otherwise you'll end up with unerasable lines. From here we move on to the inking or line art stage. This is when material choice becomes crucial. Up until now, I've purchased and tried almost every fine liner I could find at my local Walmart. So here's a quick ranking of all the pens you may come across. All things aside, I would definitely start with traditional art. Build yourself a foundation for your art. Build muscle memory. When inking your line art, be loose and make confident strokes. Try to stay away from chicken scratching and focus on your line structure. Also, if you're planning on switching to digital, don't bother spending your money on markers and whatnot, cause the second you'll get a tablet, I'm not touching you. Alright, you graduated from the standard pen and paper art and now you're moving on to digital art. Or maybe you started out with digital art, who knows. Either way, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to traditional coloring, depending on what you buy, digital art is the way to go. The first step for digital art is what device you'll be using as well as your preferred program. You can buy a drawing pad, which is the cheapest option, a drawing tablet, or go all in and get an iPad Pro, a full Apple Pen, and also buy Procreate. Now, if you're like me and you're not trying to sell your kidney, I suggest getting a drawing pad, one with hotkeys preferably. The one I use is a Huion HS611, and it's worked perfectly up till now. If you're on a PC and you're looking for a free program so you don't have to pay the outrageous Adobe subscription, I'd suggest Krita, which is almost identical to Photoshop but completely free, or something like Metabank Paint, which does have an optional subscription service. Bottom line is, whichever program you pick, watch some tutorials on it. Learn everything you can about the program, set up hotkeys, import some brushes, learn how to use layers, and so on. Another handy thing to learn is, color theory. Knowing even your complementary colors and when to use them goes a long way. Also, I'm not the best with color theory myself, so asking me for coloring advice is like going to Reddit for advice on anything. Learn blending modes, learn how to edit your brushes, which is something I had to learn recently myself, and I don't know, maybe learn layer modes as well. Also, optimize your drawing program for your computer specs. This also means choosing a canvas size that won't melt your computer. Watch some tutorials on coloring, I might be making some in the future. And just like I said while I was talking about traditional art, make confident lines. You have an undo button in this medium, so utilize it. Use a stabilizer if you have to. Basically, focus on learning how to use your respective program. The filters, brushes, the layers, and you'll be set. And then, all you need now is to learn to draw. Now, I don't have time to get into a face and body tutorial in this video, comment if I should make one, but let's just say you've been watching your David Finch, your Mikey Mega, or some normal artist. Well, what's next? You gotta find an art style. Look for artists who you like and take inspiration from them. Some of the artists who've helped me form my art style is Murata, Yonemagi, maybe some Damien Hirst, and hundreds of others. Your art style will come to you naturally the more you draw. The way you draw lines, the way you set a scene, down to the way you color, all come with trial and error. But taking inspiration from these artists and referencing their work goes a long way. Make sure you're in a positive state of mind when you're drawing. Drawing on a full stomach's a lot better than drawing on one filled with a single can of Pringles. Just make sure you're feeling healthy and you're getting your sleep, and you'll feel a lot more eager to draw, and you'll be able to focus better. All these things, when you put it together with your consistent, but not every day every hour, practice, you will grow at crazy speeds. You barely even see it coming. One day you're drawing like this, and the next day...
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
Also, take your time with each piece, and don't only focus on big drawings. Have some pages of random sketches. Taking your time with drawings really helps so much. Both of these drawings are only a couple days apart. Can you guess which one I spent more time on? Just focus on your growth and mental health. Practice and learn from others, and you will see improvement, I promise. Alright, now I know I haven't taught you guys about actually drawing anything up until this point, but hey, maybe that's a video for the upcoming future, so subscribe? I'll maybe be making a video on my coloring method, or a Krita tutorial, how to draw anime, or maybe all three. So again, subscribe, follow my other socials, join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.